vacant lots.
Double it, but still not very much. Talk to me about, I just mentioned before, we've got a lot of groundbreakings coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to break ground on the Michigan Innovation Center in the Foxtown area. Right. We're going to break ground on this massive Henry Ford complex that's coming online. What's the thing that excites you most right now about all of these that are happening?
Well, the University of Michigan graduate school is going to change the future of the city. I don't know what I've spent more time on, but we're really lucky that Santa Ona became president. The University of Michigan, Stephen Ross putting up $100 million. And this is the vision, is that the jobs of the future, we have to have the training here in Detroit. And so mobility jobs, software tech jobs, climate change jobs, those curriculums are now going to be offered at a graduate school in the city of Detroit, so that the top undergraduates from schools all across America will come here. You can get an internship over at the train station with Ford. You can get an internship with Amazon. You get an internship with Google and Microsoft that are downtown. And now you start to see those national companies saying, I want to locate where that talent is being trained. And I go back to when I first pitched Bill Ford on coming down to Detroit, where with the center where he's going to design the electric and autonomous vehicles of the future. He says, I'm looking at Silicon Valley, I'm looking at Ann Arbor, because that's where we're being trained. I said, Bill, they may go to school there, but they want to live in Detroit. He came up with the idea of the train station. But if I had been able to say to him, the University of Michigan grad school is right next door, it would have been an easy decision. There's a whole lot of other companies out there.
I didn't mention we expect the train station will be coming online later this year as well. We've watched, though, the fabric of Corktown. It has really changed. I mean, there's still a lot of the residents that are there who were there, and they're looking around. Is there a way to manage these kinds of changes and keep everybody happy?
Oh, I think that,
I mean, you already see, we saw pushback on the Henry Ford development this past week at a big community.
Again, on Corktown, I don't think you could see an area that's gone better. We are actually building 500 new affordable housing units in Corktown right now. You look at the shops that are opening up around the old Tiger Stadium site, many of them African American and Detroit are owned. What is happening in Corktown, and this isn't like the rest of America, no doubt rents are going up. But we're building the affordable housing in Corktown. We are doubling the size of the Mariner transitional housing for homeless for addictions. You know where we're doubling it? Right behind Little Caesars Arena. This is the city we're building where affordable housing is next to the hottest developments, and I'm very excited about the fact we've kept the nature of Corktown.
Tell me about what you want to see happen with 375 and the redo there, because we've had some starts and stops, and it doesn't feel like people have coalesced around an idea yet.
No, it's too wide. What they're proposing is too wide. MDOT knows my feeling on that. But what I wanted to do was knit downtown back together again. That ditch split us apart. The folks on the Lafayette Park side are saying, okay, that sounds good, but we want to make sure downtown offices don't encroach on our side. And we agreed, and we're building, if you drive up 375, new apartments right along there to make sure the east side is residential and the west side is office. But 9 lanes of traffic is, too much. So we're arguing for a shrinkage of that street so that it's easier to cross, and I think we'll get there.
Some massive things that are going to happen. That we talked about last year being a big year in Detroit between the Grand Prix, on and on and on. We didn't have a draft then, which is going to be this massive influx. You really want this to be much more in Detroit than, say, it was in Kansas City, these other cities. Can we do that and still manage it?
Well, we're going to prove that. So I was at the draft in Las Vegas. It was set off in a park way away from the Strip, and you would not have known that the draft was in Las Vegas if you weren't right there. Then last year I was in Kansas City. It was a park totally away from downtown. You wouldn't have known in downtown Kansas City the draft was in town, other than there were more people in the hotel rooms.
You expect everyone to know they're in Detroit.
We are not going to do that. It would have been like Detroit putting it on Belle Isle, which we could have done. I said, no, we're not doing that. We're integrating this into downtown. We're going to benefit the restaurants and the shops in the city. We're going to create a site. But what's different than what happened in Kansas City and Las Vegas is that was basically the NFL and the Convention Bureau. In the city of Detroit, the community's engaged, the police department's engaged. We got local businesses getting opportunities. It is going to be a very special experience if it doesn't rain.
If it, or snow.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. We've had a number of people now throw their hat into the ring to be mayor.
Yeah.
The election won't be until 2020.